When it gets to the crunch, Glenn, you've played someone twice, you've lost to them twice. Does that start to enter the mind a little?
Yeah, I think they've met each other probably many times in the Super League. Know each other well, even going back to soft tip as well. But just speaking to Jermaine this morning, he was excited about the match. This has been brilliant, and these are the types of finishes that are so defining.
It's perfectly poised. It's going to be one dart, but his favourite double. But he doesn't get anywhere near it, and it's a chance again for Watermainer to go in front.
Once again, I've got the perfect view, and he's just not throwing the dart. You can just see the arm tensing up. Because when an opportunity knocks against Xian, you have to take it. That'll be frustrating for Watermainer.
Little practice swing on approach from Van Veen, and it seems to have done the trick. He's now one ahead.
Experience there. He's a real flair player, is Jermaine, but that's a good sign for me there. They're still thinking up there. Just get the feeling for Xian. He's already think that last leg decider. Will the fact he won the bullseye backstage be the defining factor? Outstanding darts.
11th and final leg, it's Xian to throw first.
Trend is continuing, because sometimes when it gets to 5 each, that's when you real tighten up the body, the legs. You start thinking, you see that winning line. But both of them, they're seeing that treble 20 like a huge bucket.
140.
Is this going to be the one? And that could be a real help for Van Veen. The pressure totally off now. Watermainer not on a finish, and this to finish the job. Double 8.
68.
Bit of everything coming to that one, Chris. The shoulder, everything. So he has to go back, reset. He just goes back to his table as Jermaine puts a lot of pressure on it. For the match.
Yeah, big moment for the 21-year-old Dutchman. 3 times he's played on the European Tour. 3 times he's lost first round. And he's missed 3 darts again here. But this time he wins. Xian Van Veen gets the first victory on the European Tour. A 3rd victory against Jermaine Watermainer.
Richie require 88.
Madders has been getting closer to these ton plus checkouts, and he did take one out in the last leg. So don't give him a crack. Love that shot. Double 16, Richie Edhouse.
56.
Single 18 leaves ball, but if you throw it up near the double, not only is it a wider target to go for, nick the double, and you get a double 16 shot.
I don't like this way on 118.
It's the wrong way, that's why, but he has got a dart at tops.
What he's going to say there, I'm going to prove you wrong, Coms Box. It's tops for 4-0.
98.
Still the wrong way, even if it had gone in.
Required 32.
It's 5 missed darts at a double so far for Richie. He'll want to get on the board.
Ooh, he doesn't like it. He's moving again. Dragged it low when he moved out here earlier on. He's dragged it low again.
Marge required 20. Game shown the 4th leg.
Well, now Richie Edhouse will start worrying. In the Netherlands back in 2018, I mean, you're going back 5 years, but another example of Richie Edhouse. He's just constantly there, and he's posing problems for even the biggest names in the game.
That's why I love longevity of players. You know, people can demonstrate that for years on years. It was wonderful once again to see MVG win that Premier League last night. Just go on and on and on, because it's a tough sport. The highs and the lows of the game. People who've been there, the James Wades, and you know, to see Richie Edhouse,
54.
He knows he's got the quality like he demonstrated in 19 and 20. 2 darts at tops.
Game shown the 8th.
All of a sudden,
this game has changed.
He hasn't lost this leg first of all, and the final leg he will have the darts. So just the Latvian. Didn't like that dart there, but went to the desired target.
98.
The speed of the throw it out is the big thing for me that's changed. The relaxed manner now of Razmet is vital.
Why doesn't he like that? He doesn't like it, but why doesn't he like it?
It could be the fact he just didn't grip that dart, because it's the perfect dart. It did wobble there.
140.
This game's had everything.
160.
160 won't go, and Madders Razmet will get another look at a ton plus finish to seal this match.
60.
Advantage Razma.
Medals you require 120.
It was a stroll that has turned into a battle. Oh, is it 2 balls? No, he tried to find his way through and couldn't do it.
100.
He could get there, as he showed with that last start. But can Richie Edhouse bag this ton and level the game? Treble 19 for double. Double 19 for 5 all. He stops. Was it wise?
I think so.
And Richie Edhouse has levelled this one. And we are going to a last leg decider. He prays to the heavens. And Madars Razma may be the one who needs divine intervention, because he has lost 5 on the spin. He has the darts. But Edhouse is going to be on something makeable.
105.
And it's a great shot to leave a finish that doesn't require the bullseye.
It's about bottle. Who wants it most?
Oh, it's in. Match dart, his first of the match, having been 5-0 up. And if he doesn't take it, he might lose the game. He loves double 18. But can he hit it when he really needs it? No, he can't. He's gone next door.
75. Richie requires
Just when you think you've seen everything with this match. It's 116, just the one treble needed, and there it is.
Double top to win it. Oh, Richie Edhouse has nearly completed the most remarkable comeback. His head is in his hands. Madars Razma's head was in his hands. But the game is in his hand. Can he close his fingers around it? Double 14.
Medals required 28.
The arms are folded, but it's a very different expression on Richie Edhouse's face compared to when he was 5-0 down. Double 7. And Madars Razma, the yelp of relief as the Latvian number 1 wins it 6-5. Needs a max just to get on level terms, and he's not going to do that.
140.
But he's still interested in this leg. That sort of difference in the averages is going to give you chances, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to go and win the game.
100. Pascal, you require 120.
Both looking at Shanghai finishes.
That's what I was going to say.
You'd have been right to.
This one's not going to go.
88. Christian, you require 120.
Double top.
80.
Christian Kist can't repeat the trick from the last leg.
32.
And is this the first time where we see him miss doubles and get punished?
Yeah, it's on 7.
Yes, it is.
Pascal.
Oh, great stuff from Christian Kist. Leaves himself a 2-darter. Could he be taking control of this game again? Because Ruprecht won't take the 160. This is as close as he's come to winning a game on the European Tour, Ruprecht. He sets that up beautifully on treble 16.
Can't rescue it. And that expert setup puts Ruprecht in a great position now to move right to the brink of victory. He's navigated a few darts like that in this match so far, but he's going to have to navigate one more.
16.
Can't quite manage it.
Christian, you require 40.
Pascal Ruprecht has now missed 11 darts at double. And Christian Kist punishes and leads this game. He has been second best for large portions of it. But Ruprecht, who was so deadly on the doubles in the early exchanges, very exciting to see the emergence of this German youngster with a seemingly unique origin story, who is showing that this is possible. Brilliant. Last leg decider, his first ever on a big stage in PDC darts, and he's left himself a double after 4 visits to the board against a former world champion.
Well, many could learn a lesson from him. 36. This self-taught tungsten tosser. Pascal Ruprecht looking for the double that will get him his first victory on the European Tour. And it is a 6-5 success against Christian Kiss. Really had to work hard for it in the end. I've played on this stage before, haven't you? Just after becoming, in fact the day after, wasn't it, becoming Premier League champion?
I'll never talk about that though. Well, looks at a couple of options. That's what we call the old-fashioned way. Leaves him 66.
We just said, didn't we, he would get his chances to break. This is one, but
depends how aggressive he wants to be on this 16. Very aggressive for double 9. What a finish that is, composed and clinical.
So now, because Usher would have been on a finish had he just stayed straight there.
I'm keen to see how Graham responds to this, because like I said, we talked an awful lot about the positives of him, how much he's loving it. Now he's really up against it, and you find out more of a player under them circumstances. You just feel right now that Christopher Ruprecht is just beginning to turn the screw.
'81. Christopher, you require 80.
I always think at this stage, don't miss the 20. The treble's the bonus. There's the Brucey bonus for 2 darts at double 10. Absolutely superb. That will feel really good. That stems back from that treble 16.
Van den Berg won't fancy running into this.
It's one extreme to do. A very early afternoon match for the winner of this, and they will be playing last tomorrow night as well, and that's a totally different ball game. The crowd, the involvement, a long day, the preparation. But to think that Christoph's in a real good place for himself right now. Just look at those numbers. Beautiful.
Usher refusing to disappear just yet. That's his second max of this match. Ruprecht looking to follow suit with a second of his own. Not quite.
81.
So, to stay in it.
So quick.
56.
The game
you require
will be affected by millimetres. Why is the ball? Where Christoph's playing right now, you have to fancy this. And fancy it does. That is a big, big statement to make. Are you watching Dimitri Van den Berg? 80's not a gimme.
80.
Love 2 at double 10. He's going to have to make do with 1 at tops. That might be a good marker for him.
40.
Use it. The difference between 4-2 and 3-3 in a best of 11 is massive. Big moments here for Ross Montgomery. Perfect marker. Look at the eyes. Steely determination.
1.
Once again, it's as if there's a real early release. Hence the reason he's going into that one there, just about getting that timing right. 2 out of 3 well-thrown darts, just didn't get the reward.
Not only that, he doesn't win the leg. He'll have to burn a dart to get to a double if he's allowed back. He may not be allowed back. Double 10 for 3 all. He's there. Marco Cantala breaks back and levels.
Just looking at Ross Montgomery with the demeanour there. This is the importance of having that calming influence. You know, whether it's management.
Commentator in the very first European tours that were streamed often said the same thing. He found it much easier to deal with being on stage playing than watching his lad Ryan. Now that 180 might change this leg. He's not down to a finish. But it was a leg where Marco Cantala was coasting and looking to go into the lead for the first time in this game. He still may, actually, because he's going to set this up, even if he doesn't take it out. Oh, yes, Marco. 12 darter. Oh, here, he would have the darts in the last leg decider. That is a wild one from the boss.
That's you 60 metres away from the finishing line, and you're trying to dip.
40.
You're thinking you're Colin Jackson already. Keep it simple, Ross. All of a sudden now, being a big favourite, Cantala's right back in this leg, this match. Awful darts for him. So a decision now, 19s. A bullseye would be mine. I like the 116 for Marco.
59.
I mean, he's gambled. It hasn't paid off. And it leaves a finish which may require a bullseye. He could have got rid of that problem. It may not matter.
Speaking of bullseyes, Dan. Speaking of bullseyes. Just has a little look at Marco Cantelli's score. No need to, Ross Montgomery. The 161 is absolutely sublime. It's fantastic.
I think he's been one of, if not the most unfortunate player on the tour this year because the standard has been good. It's just the results haven't.
You just look at some of those results. When he's averaged 100, his opponents averaged 102 and beat them in the last leg decider. It's been that kind of year so far for Ricky Evans. But if he carries on at that level,
28. Ricky required 154.
Will follow performances eventually. Now another in there. Fabulous. Tops. Oh, what a start.
Ricky Evans.
Well, that is the early indication that performance is good. He's got to be feeling good, and he's looking very likely to close it out now. There you see, almost dead on a ton, the average. It's been really sparkling stuff from Ricky Evans.
And I tell you what, bring on Gerwyn Price. I want to see Gerwyn Price versus Ricky Evans, because if Rapid Ricky plays like this, even the Iceman has got a game on his hands.
Well, he started this brilliant performance with a fabulous finish of 154.
Ricky required 170.
Can he put the cherry on the cake?
48. Ian, you require 127.
Treble 19 and bull. It's a long way off.
87.
He does manage to set up. Ricky Evans, who's already had a couple of ton-plus finishes, can wrap it up here. Needs the treble 18. Gets it. Bullseye to win it. And gets it. Ricky Evans, a deserved winner. 6-3, averaging just short of a ton.
Full house tomorrow. We'll see a different version of against Droshok, albeit it's very early in the afternoon session.
147.
Well, this might get him going a little bit. You can't feed off the crowd or your opponent, then you're going to have to do something to find it yourself.
131.
I used to just think of all them hours I practiced on my own, and when it was there's no crowd involvement, it's you and the dartboard, and I actually like that scenario. I think that's where Keegan is. Feels like his mind's 16. Elsewhere. He needs to focus on this double 8.
Miles better. Home Nation Hope closing the show. What a star he's become here in Germany.
64.
He's giving it everything. He's just coming up a little bit short. You just feel that treble 20 there. This is the sprint to the line.
140.
3 darts away for Keegan Brown for an unconvincing win, but a win albeit.
I think that's a very fair assessment.
26.
Unconvincing victory.
112.
Glenn Durrant, 26 of the 5th, 2023. But that's exactly what this is proving to be.
80.
And even the way he's winning is going to be unconvincing, Glenn.
Yeah, but like I said, it's just job done. There'll be negatives that outweigh the positives, but as he walks up to the hockey now, it's double 16 with the match, and he just snapped that up before the game.
Can he snap up the finish?
No score.
We almost managed to force it through those barricades there, but Brown still waits. Valpen still hopes.
He's playing with the crowd a little bit there, but I sense the frustration in Keegan. He just wants to hit this double and get off the stage.
Keegan, you require 32.
Once again, double 16. And Brown goes downtown to take the crown of victory there against Marcel Welbanu.
Hypnotic in how just smooth and fluent and easy he can make things look. And yet, we've seen him go for doubles 14 times in this game, and 11 times he's missed them.
180.
That suits first maximum. Double-double. It's an option. Looking at the 19s. He's going there. He's going there. He's got it as well. He's struggling to hit doubles all over the board and then pulls out double 19, double 19 to go 4-3 up.
The fighting quality some suited down to 76 after 12. There's the pressure from the big duchy. Is he going to leave his double 18?
I think he will. He does. Does he hit it again? He does, and he's 4 out of 5 on the doubles, Alan Suter, and he's needing to be.
But what's he like with a little bit of Gerwin Price in him?
180.
Well, it's difficult to give it the big one when you're being outplayed, and he has been outplayed for large portions of this game because Martijn Kleermaker moves to the brink. Potentially 2 darts away from a 6-4 victory. To win in the first round, as he's done in his 2 previous Euro Tour appearances this year.
48.
Yeah, had the luxury of going down the 16th. I don't think that was a bad decision. All he was doing was just laying it up there. He just looks over to his family and friends there. He's in a good position. He's got many darts to go.
40.
And he only needs one. Martijn Kleermaker rounds off the afternoon session with a very impressive performance against Alan Suter.